Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's so great to see that there's so many new followers. I hope you guys enjoy my videos. It's mostly just me talking and showing my art. I hope that you enjoy that. So, while I'm still working on my other videos to post, because I have to draw for those videos and I do not draw fast, I thought it would be fun to talk about some D&D characters that I haven't gotten to play yet. I've been playing D&D for 4 years now, and I have a couple of characters that never made it off the idea list. It'd be like that sometimes. So we're gonna get it kicked right off. First, we have Popo, the Shifter Ranger. Oh, Popo, my sweetie. This art is very old. By old, I mean it was made in like May 2021. Actually, a lot of this art is kind of old. Anyway, this is Popo. He's my first backup character for my character, George. If you remember George. There might be a speed paint of Popo posted on this channel, but I wouldn't look at it because I don't remember what that video is like. Well, it's not that bad. I definitely could be better at drawing dogs by now. Probably. Anyway, Popo was going to be blind in one eye and hard of hearing, and from a part of my DM's world where there were zombies and undead taking over. He was going to escape from there and wanted to find people to help him save his family and also save his lands. He was my first backup character, and I was already giving him a tragic backstory. I was in my tragic backstory era as a new player. I figured George needed a backup character because he was so squishy and weak. He's a warlock, and the theme of the game was definitely you might die during this. But in the end, I didn't wind up playing as Popo, but he's still wonderful in my heart. He's a very kind and generous, curious sweetheart. I like making characters who like nature, so he was gonna love nature and like picking flowers and collecting rocks. I do the rocks thing a lot. And he's gonna like exploring. He's just a really sweet guy. Perhaps one day I'll find the right game for him. I think he's just so cute. From the same backup line comes Erna. Now you will immediately find amongst this list that Erna is one of the 2 film characters. Back then I was new in my transness and I didn't want to play any she/her characters, but I did wind up having Erna and Babette, and then of course another character who you will see soon. Erna was also a backup for George. Yeah, he was that squishy that I wound up making 2 backup characters for him, or 3. I wanted Erna to be a paladin who liked to play music and pretend she was a bard. I also have this thing where I make a character as one class and I want them to pretend to be another class. I don't know what that could be about. Erna was meant to be strong, sharp of tongue, and ready to fight. I was torn between her being a furbog or a Goliath or half Goliath at the time. All I knew is that I wanted her to be big, and I wanted her to have a morning star, and I wanted her to dress really cutely, and she was going to be fierce and take nothing, like a real hitter, a dream girl. Alas, I didn't get to play her. Despite George being squishy, he did stay alive. Interestingly enough, I did eventually have to replace George with another character, and that was Philip, a healing sorcerer. I forgot the fancy way of saying it. Philip was a background NPC from George's story who was just in the Hells whenever George was in the Hells, which was every night. Yeah. George made some really bad decisions by that time. He badmouthed his demon, and he got trapped in the Abyss. So his Abyss buddy, Philip, got sent up instead. I was gonna have to rescue my own character, but unfortunately, we never got to that part. That's D&D, you know. Next, we have Baby. I can't remember what race Baby was going to be. I think it was either halfling or gnome, or was it dwarf? It was going to be short. I wanted her to be short. Or was it like a human? I don't remember. It was for a game that was pitched to our group about what I believe was going to be a musical-based school. I will admit I don't remember all the details. I wanted to be a fighter. That's all I remember. I was going to use my pom-pom and my cheerleading staff to battle. I thought it'd be cool to have like a really cutesy kind of pretty girl who was swinging and punching and stuff. As you can see, I had some really big plans for her and the weapons she was going to use and her technique. I actually took a part of this concept for a character that I play on in Kids on Bikes right now. But the character over there is like a really strong, muscular woman as opposed to like this high schooler here. But it looks like I just like the theme of like a really femme cutesy character or a really cutesy beautiful woman who's like really strong. I don't know. What does it say about me? It's a good thing I don't get a lot of comments. Baby was going to be an uplifting, very empowering fighter champion, like really, really cheering the team on. That was what she was going to be. She's really confident. She knows what she's doing. She's hyped. That was what she was going to do. Unfortunately, she didn't ever get to be played because the person who pitched the game up and disappeared. At least they disappeared to me. So that was done. I don't know if I play Baby in a future game, but I am conceptualizing some other characters that I might play I'm still drawing for that though. You'll see that in another video soon. Next we have Lewis. Oh, I almost forgot about Bagel. Hold on, Lewis. Bagel was also a backup for George, funnily enough. This was going to be a teen character, maybe about 15, 16, who was going to be the son of the demon that had George captured. He was going to be a little sassy and playful and mischievous little guy who wanted to clear the castle of distractions, aka George. The DM was like, no, which was fair enough. Some characters just don't fit the table. But I really liked his design, and I think he had something going for him. Speaking of the DM saying no, back to Lewis. This is when I was in Curse of Strahd, an edited version. My DM included our backstories and she was really into details, so it changed some things in the story from what I understood. I was in fact playing a kid at that table. Babette. In my defense, I didn't know what Curse of Strahd was, and my DM did go, "Are you sure?" And I was like, yes. So there I was, playing a strong but scared monk goblin looking for her Kinku parents. By that time in the game, my DM was hinted that maybe it would be safe for Babette to continue on and had made it so that she did find her parents. I was like, okay, I was thinking the same thing at that time, so coming up with replacements was a must. Lewis was the first one I had thought of. The team didn't have a cleric, and we badly needed one. Curse of Strahd without a cleric. We did have a paladin, but lay on hands wasn't saving us. I pitched Lewis, who was going to be a peace cleric. Except I was in my edge cleric moment, you know, something we all have. We make an edgy cleric. And this cleric, he likes to see the pain. He was gonna heal people, of course. He's not like a non-healing cleric. I think the cleric should definitely heal. But he was gonna say things like, oh, the pain brings peace, and things like that. My idea was like, no. And the team was like, no. There. I had him wear a little skull on his head, and his hair was sort of draped through it. I like the design, I like the idea of the design. I wish I had more art of him. This is the only picture I have. He was just too creepy and weird for the team at the time. But I feel like he has potential. I wonder if I'd be able to play it well enough. Then we have Popsicle. I'll be hard pressed to tell you what Popsicle was made for. It was surely for my Curse of Strahd DM. I think she was going to run a different game before that, or like a one-shot. I really can't remember. I only know that it was like a punk aesthetic, or like Ebron, whatever was going on with Ebron, like that aesthetic. I don't remember. I only remember making Popsicle for it, and it was a ranger, a gloomstalker. I made 2 rangers and been unable to play both of them. Popsicle was going to be a really uppity folk hero background. They loved to save people, but also liked being loved and praised. So it was like a prideful kind of character, but also like caring to those around them and enjoying saving people. They used sickles as a weapon, and I think they were going to go around saying pop, sickle, or something. The game never got made though, so Popsicle just got put in the back burner. I really liked the ombre hair and the yellow outfit design. I'm not sure what I was going for, but hey, they look really good. This is followed by Basement, a Leonin medic fighter. Medic fighter is a homebrew that the DM of the game allowed me to use. I like the idea of being a fighter and a cleric, but since we were doing low level at level 2, it wasn't possible to multi-class in a useful way. The game was going to be a tower crawl, 1 level at a time. I was really hyped for it. So many of us in the Discord were. Basement is another kind-hearted character. What can I say? I can't help myself. I gave him cute aspects like he enjoyed rolling over, like cats did, and he liked getting scritchies under the neck. He had this big backstory from what I could tell looking it over. I forgot about all of this. But he was a gentle, easily frightened, but up to the task Leonin guy. I played him 1 time, and then the DM canceled it due to being overwhelmed with life and work. Tragic, that's D&D, that's life, that's how it happens. I wanted to see where it was going to go though. The first session was a lot of fun, and it really sticks to me. I would love to play Basement again, but I have to be in the right game and in the right mindset, so probably no time soon. Next we have Dee, or Cinderella. He, him. This is for a game my Curse of Strahd DM pitched that was going to be a twisted fairy tale, or fractured. It was going to change the stories. It had an exciting premise, and we could be the princesses of the stories if we wanted to. I was thrilled, like yes! I want to be Cinderella, she's my favorite! I don't remember what I was going to do with this owl thing going on, but given the hard to see weapon here, I was going to be an artificer. I don't remember anything else about DD, as during conceptualizing, the group picked to play on the day where I already had a game, so I had to pull out of the lineup. My DM asked if I could still join us, and I was like, I can't. Crazy enough, I wound up leaving the other game at some point due to me just not having fun at the time. But also, even wilder, the fairy tale table wound up falling apart by that time too. Dee Dee didn't get to see the ball. I wound up unconsciously reusing the design later for a game I ran. Oh, brown owl design, the hold you have on me, and royalty. There's also a speed paint of this on my channel as well. I don't know if I would recommend watching that either. Well, it's fine I guess. Last we have My, a tabaxi tiefling. I believe a shepherd druid, but I'm not sure. I think this was for a one-shot, but even the details of that are shaky. He might have been a backup for Babette or even an idea for the fairy tale table. We had a lot going on in that Discord during the time. It was high COVID time. I didn't have many details planned for My, and I think it was a joke I made in passing and then I drew the character design for, or at least I sketched it. Okay, I went to look and it was a joke character in passing. Oh my gosh. It seems like I started making this character up just in the chat because I couldn't join the game and I started expanding on him. He apparently likes to shuffle cards, play solitaire, eat shredded cheese, and pose to feel the breeze. Hey, this guy's an asshole. Well, there's also this detail that he likes protecting people. That's kind of funny. I kind of love him. Maybe someday he'll be able to be played at somebody's table. Although I wonder if I'd be able to pull a character off like that. I like that he at least cares about people despite being this way. And he apparently has this detail. Oh, what's going on? Honorary mention goes to Pollen Flower Medusa, a half-orc bard who I drew up. I should maybe include him in the other video I'm working on, in a more to scale format than this really cute art of him. But it looks like he used a doodle from the title of the document that he comes from. Oh, he's so cute. All I have written out is soft big guy sweetheart. Oh, we typecast ourselves for real. Perhaps one day, Pollen Flower. That's all the characters I made that I didn't get to play. Wasn't that fun to go through? Who was your favorite? Do you think any of these would fit at any of your tables? It's fun to look back and see what I was thinking about creating at the time. Soft, fluffy, furry guys, apparently. And strong women. Okay. Good thing I don't get a lot of comments again. I'll see you all next time. Back to drawing. Bye! I wonder if my new characters I'm drawing are similar in this aspect or if they've changed. Like, have I changed the way that I make characters? Is it different? We'll find out.